Two. Let's fire up the TikToks. Now I have that Lamb of God song stuck in my head.
It's a good one.
Oh, sorry, man.
You're good.
Mom's good.
He doesn't ask my dad.
Oh. Ah. Bad visual. All right. Blair, welcome to the live stream. Julie Bow, welcome back. Good to have you here, my dear. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Dale Lyons Jr., welcome. HRHS, welcome. Robert Fosk, welcome. JR, welcome. Adam G, welcome. Jameson, Chris, Roy Wilson, Courtney Parker, M. Fulon.
Holy crap, lots of all fucking people jumping in real quick.
Woo. Elias, I've always loved that name. Sergeant Elias from the movie Platoon. Willem Dafoe. Slickback, welcome. Bruno G, Zigzag Man. You got some zigzags, man. J-Dubs, Bradley Barnes, Victor Dominguez, Bill, Irma, Yesenia Nunez from Texas. How you doing, Yesenia? Good to see you here. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far.
Yep. Julie Bow, thank you for saying hello. Good to see you.
Antonio, Bobcast, Ms. Mecca B, Mr. Plasma is cool, King Fresno, Lorraine, Yvonne Fra. Sorry, Lorraine, if
Lorraine
I screwed.
Von Ifra. Von Ifra.
You have the magic touch.
No, I just tried quick in a panic, that's all.
Well, but you hit the mark.
I like this handle here, Jason in the Golden Light. Sounds kind of cool. Sounds like almost like a Greek myth. Kind of neat.
Ashley Whispers, welcome, Ashley. Yesenia, thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your day to hang out with us. Truly appreciate it. Salty, welcome. Blanca,
Salty
welcome.
Squiddo was kind of cool.
Michelle, welcome. Simon, what's going on, man? Good to see you here, my brother. Mr. Plasma is cool. Thank you for the like. Stitchpool, welcome. A lot of new people, names that we haven't seen before. Katie, what's going on, my dear? Good to see you here. I hope you are doing freaking amazing. Katie says, hello, Sire and Padre. Hello, Katie, my dear. Much love. Welcome. Good to have you here as always. Bat Anonymous says, wow, already 100 plus. Well, let's see if it
holds.
Let's see if it holds.
It always holds first 10 minutes, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And it goes, shit.
Yeah. Cletus Jr. says, these guys are the best. Thanks, buddy.
That is awesome.
Yeah, good to see you.
Much appreciated, Cletus. Danny D, thank you for the follow. Travis, hello to you too, my friend. Bat Anonymous says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Bat Anonymous, good afternoon to you, my friend. Good to have you here as always. CS Division, who is our brother Simon over in the UK. I am doing fantastic. Father, how are you doing?
I'm good. Glad to be here in one piece after this week's Road Warrior escapades, let's put it that way.
Your ongoing arm wrestling match with the Grim Reaper.
Yeah. He keeps trying to come and say hi, but I ain't having it.
You know, I physically just got to chill. I'm not going to lie, it makes me a little nervous, concerned. Cheryl, and probably you too, clench factor is...
It's definitely like brain on fire, you know, checking your 6 all the freaking time like on some kind of freaking fighter pilot or some shit. It's just ridiculous.
Cheryl Foster, she says, hey guys, I passed my final. I'm a certified service dog trainer.
Congratulations.
Cheryl, congratulations. I knew you were going to do it. Didn't doubt you for a minute. And that's got to be just, you've got to be elated. And we are celebrating with you. Congratulations. That is fantastic. For those of you who are showing up for the first time and wondering what the hell is going on here, I am DL Mercury, guitar player and vocalist for vampy cyber metal band I Bleed Mercury out of Salt Lake City. Next to me is my dearest of friends, partner in crime for many years now, our drummer, and so much more than that, you may give your confession to Father Demori. We live stream here on TikTok and other platforms every Saturday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you're into bands and artists like Manson, Nine Inch Nails, Static X, Rammstein, Sisters of Mercy, Gary Newman, Rob Zombie, and a dash of David Bowie, you will love I Bleed Mercury. You can check us out on all streaming platforms online. You know where to go. Hope you all are having a great weekend. We don't do a whole lot of self-promotion in these live streams. This is all about you. This is a way for you to kind of decompress from all of the bullshit of the week and hang out with good people, share a few laughs, smiles, positivity, have a good time, cut loose, relax, as Father D likes to say.
This is our decompression chamber, our little group session for people who are backed into life's little corners, who are sick of having to deal with all the little rules we have to be to make sure that no one is crawling up some orifice of you because you've acted inappropriately or in a way that they didn't like. So, it's just hard to not piss off somebody in the week. So here's where you can let loose and not have to worry so much.
That's right. Stephen Price says, love arm wrestling.
Give me 1 second. I forgot one thing again.
No problem, man.
Again. Dang it. Every time. 2 weeks in a row I forgot this.
Mr. Plasma is cool says, you're welcome. Thank you, good sir.
Looks like the hammer came down early again.
How's that?
Look at the amount of people. It went from 116 to down 20 again.
Yeah.
Down already.
Yeah, down to 16.
I don't know what the world is going on, but here we go.
I'm thinking a backup channel might be in order.
Like
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But guys, like we always do, we're going to roll with the punches. Bat Anonymous giving congratulations to Cheryl. Mr. Plasma is cool. I give you like 1,000 likes. Mr. Plasma is cool. Thank you so much, my friend. Truly appreciate the support. We couldn't do this without you guys and your support. We've come this far on your support alone. We wouldn't be here otherwise. So, Mr. Plasma is cool. Truly, thank you. Cheryl Foster says, thank you. I cried when I got the email saying I passed. That is so awesome.
That is awesome.
And check out her profile pic. Look at that dog, eh?
Right. Good job. Good job.
Julibel says, hi, Simon Teach, Katie, Zombie Doll, Bat Anonymous.
All right.
Beautiful Sanity 88, thank you for the follow. Katie says, hey, Kevin, how are you all?
There we go. That's when it started to squelch.
Yeah.
Go back up for a second. Let's see what after that. Huh. Interesting. I don't see a trigger. I don't see other than just after the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's always after the first 5 minutes.
Yep. Sayla Levi says, hello. Hello, Sayla. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Honored to have you spend your Saturday with us. You guys got us for 2 hours. Killer in the Sheet says, what's going on here?
Let's see that profile pic. That seems odd. What is that? Guy in a hospital bed? Killer in the Sheets. I hope you heal up so you can be, man.
Is that Michael Myers in the
Looks
hospital?
like.
Bacon Dive. What's going on, Bacon Dive? Good to see you here again, my friend. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Bacon Dive says, hey, guys, hope all is well in the vampire world. It is fantastic. Thank you, my friend. A Cynical Cat says, are you two together? Brothers for decades now, but probably not in the sense I think you mean.
Yeah. Please clarify. We'll answer in the affirmative or negative depending on your clarification.
Needs must have clarification. Killer in the Sheet says, what's up in here?
Well,
Thank you for the follow. What
yeah, I was going to say, hopefully, if that's you in the profile pic, hopefully you recover soon from whatever ails you. So hopefully you get healed up quick, brother.
Mendax NYM says, oh, sweet, I've got to check out your music. Mind if it goes on the radio?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Our brother Simon, CS Division out of the UK, says, a busy minute photo editing, prepping for Amber's return, and the home PC setup stream is complete. Excellent.
Right on.
Cat Dog Gang, it has been a minute. Where have you been? I hope you're having a great weekend. Good to see you here again. Cat Dog Gang says, hey, y'all.
Hello.
Petite Little Mrs. says, hey there, guys. Hello, Petite. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for the follow. We do this every Saturday. You got us for 2 hours, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Killer in the Sheet says, thanks, guys. I'm all good now. Glad to hear it, my friend. Hope you're healthy and well. A Cynical Cat says, I'm also a killer in the sheets. Now I'm thinking that scene from Halloween where Michael Myers put the sheet over his head and put the glasses.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah. The girl thought it was her boyfriend playing a prank, but who's the killer in the sheets?
Yep. Yeah, for real.
Cynical.
Classic horror movie, non-important cast member mistake.
Yeah.
It's like that was the equivalent of red shirts in Star Trek.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Whoever goes off to have relations by the campsite early in the movie, you know they're done.
Yeah. You're toast. Sarah says hello to you both on a Saturday afternoon. Thank you, Sarah. I am having a fantastic Saturday afternoon. Busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, as usual, but I have no complaints. I have a beautiful life. And I hope the very same for you, Sarah. James Carroll, 866, says, my respect to the vampires. Thank you, James. Much appreciated, my friend. You are welcome here anytime. All are welcome here. This is a place to decompress and kind of regain your bearings. Well, you know, it's no secret that a lot of people are going through hard times now, all over the world, not just in the United States. And, you know, whether it's the cop that gave you the ticket, the kids breathing down your neck, your boss breathing down your neck. Hey, you know what your boss and Dirty Diapers both have in common? What? They're always on your ass and full of shit. Yep. The husband, the wife, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the job, the traffic, whatever it is, this is a place to come together if you're one of us, one of the spooky kids. Hang out with like-minded souls, share some positivity, and get your energy back for the week ahead. Petite Lil Mrs. says, I'd love to see you do a movie. A movie would be great, and depending on how big this thing gets, I wouldn't rule that out. That would probably be a ways down the future, but it would be I would not see us doing something like that under the umbrella of the Hollywood system.
An independent little thing, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's miles down the road if we can ever figure out why we're getting squashed for no reason.
For sure.
And other things challenges that we're trying to put out first. But yeah, good idea.
Mendax NYM says, awesome, excited to share it with the listeners. Love your vibe. Thank you, Mendax. I hope you like what you hear. We currently have 2 songs out in the wild, Resist and Deathly Pale, number 9. And we are currently gearing up to work on the 3rd single, the 3rd song that we're going to be releasing. And probably late fall, I'd be looking, if I were you guys, looking for that to hit your ear holes. Sheila McPeak says, hello, hope both are having a wonderful Saturday. Thank you, Sheila. Good to see you here as always. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. I absolutely adore you, my dear. You are so loyal. You never miss a live stream. And we notice, and we truly, truly appreciate it. Wendy Nicole says, hello. Hello, Wendy. Wendy. Yes, Lisa. Is the water warm enough? Yes, Lisa. Are we ready to begin? Yes, Lisa.
Why do you keep calling me Lisa?
Yeah, the Prince song, fucker. But that was clever. Why is he calling me Lisa? That's great. That was fantastic. I love that. You made me smile. Okay. Wendy Nicole, thank you for the follow. And now I'm replaying the video in my head of you looking at me. Why is he calling me Lisa? That's so great. Cat Dog Gang says, been chilling with my new boyfriend since my divorce. Cat Dog Gang, that is fantastic.
Cheers to moving on.
Absolutely. If I had a drink, I would raise it and
once you
toast to your new
properly heal
life.
from the aftermath of the other shit, live it up.
Absolutely. And remember back in those days when you were going through those challenges, and I know it was really rough on you. So I'm glad that you're on a new track into a new life. Any better treat you right. Katie says, I tried to share the live, but my screen went black, so I had to scroll out and in again.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's preventing people from sharing as well.
Simon says, oh, and Padre, I've been slowly looking to voice work too. About fucking time is all I have to say, man.
Yes.
I'm sure you shouldn't have much problems finding work. Just saying. Speaking of, we were talking about how it was, the whole Mark Hamill being Skeletor thing, the reboot of the Masters Universe thing. Boy, what a cool casting. So, man, with voice, with people with unique voices, if they are not trying to find work with those unique voices, they can be robbing a lot of people of some joy. You know what I mean? So, Simon, if you have a voice and you're putting it out there, good on you.
Now, that was something that I was interested in for a long time, and not something that I've completely tossed in the trash. Doing voice work. One of my favorite voice actors, Michael Bell, who has been in the business for probably 60 years now, close to 60 years, voiced all of the cartoon characters that everybody all over Earth has heard. His advice was having a great voice is all well and good, but you have to get training as an actor. He said, having a great voice, and I'll never forget this, he said it to me actually. He said, having a great voice and not having acting skills is like having 12 inches that can't get hard.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's what he said. I thought it was hilarious. So,
that would be a fucking tragedy, wouldn't it?
Indeed. Yeah. Sarah says, good old Bob. Do you know what that's about?
Nope.
Sarah, I'm missing some context, my dear.
Okay, we'll figure it out, I'm sure, as the life goes on.
Katie tosses up a wall of devil horns. Thank you, Katie. Petite Lomar says, do you guys have children? If so, what do they think of the vamp look? Nope.
We don't.
No human children.
Nope. No human
Mama,
children.
Mama Christie, our dear Mama Christie says, DL, your all are welcome sounded like the lady from Poltergeist. Oh yeah, Zelda. I can't think of her last name. She's probably long gone now. I just watched that.
This house is clean.
Yeah.
Her?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just watched that movie a few months ago. Petite Little Mrs. says, I don't think I'm spooky, am I? I don't know, Petite. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a bad thing. Probably could go either way.
Some of the spookiest people are in ordinary packages.
Yeah, yeah. You may not know until you notice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which probably begins with this gesture.
Look at look at the top.
Killer in the Sheets shared the live with more than 10 friends. Killer in the Sheets.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's so humbling. It's like thank you doesn't even cover it.
It's like sharing it with more than half the people that are allowed in this live stream at one time. That's nice.
Petite Little Mrs. says squashed. Near as I can tell, it's some kind of shadow ban. TikTok has it in for us. We've had some kind of cursory level conversations about starting a backup channel. Would you guys follow us to a new channel if we started one?
So everybody could participate equally instead of getting squelched out. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Ugh, we miss talking to people all over the world that would used to say, call out their countries, and now we don't get to do that because we don't know.
Yeah.
So don't try and find a way around it.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Travis says, what happened to all the viewers? It's been an ongoing problem for 2 months now?
Yeah.
We've
almost 3.
Yeah. And, what was it, 2.5 months ago, we had a live stream with upwards of 500 people. Nosferatu says, hey, Deal, how you doing today? Welcome, my friend. Good to see you here again. It's been a minute. I am doing fantastic, man. I hope you're having a great weekend. Good to see you here again. Glad you found us because, the TikTok ban hammer has been hitting us hard. And we've just been pulling our hair out trying to figure out why. These live streams are about the most ridiculous, broiling cauldron of positivity and love that anybody could ever stumble into, especially compared to a lot of the trash that's on TikTok.
We're trying to stitch together the fractures and fissures from all the divisive bullshit going on these days. So we're trying to like mend fences, and we get punished for it. So what the flying fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Makes no sense, or it makes perfect sense because of what you just said.
yeah, we'll just keep on doing what we're gonna do,
Yeah.
and unless they, cart us off with some guys in sunglasses and three-piece suits with earpieces,
Yeah.
saying "Shut up, making people happy. We hate that." We're gonna keep doing it.
Mr. Demori.
Right. Yeah.
And then you can
For
correct
real.
him and say it's Father Demori.
Right, and then when my mouth disappears, I won't be able to talk. Then we'll deal with it. Yeah.
Mendax says, sweet, I'll keep an eye out on you guys. Glad I had you show up on the FYP. I am very glad of that as well, Mendax. You guys can check out our music on all streaming platforms. Tej, our Tej,
Hello.
who we love and adore.
Yes, we do. And look at the new profile pic. Check that out. Look how gorgeous that is.
Oh, yeah. Loving and adoring you as always, Tej. And I hope you're having a good Saturday, my dear. Petite Little Mrs. says, do you know who you remind me of? The vampire in Interview with the Vampire, with the guy with the black hair. Armand? And that would probably be you.
I'm not sure who she's referring to. Maybe. Who knows?
Antonio Banderas' character.
Oh, maybe.
Lindsay Miller, welcome to the live stream. Good to have you here. Says, hello, Vamps. Hello, Lindsay. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Honored to have you here as always. Mendax, thank you for sharing the live stream. Leslie, what's going on? Leslie Knott says, hello. Hello, Leslie.
Good to see you.
Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend, my dear. Always honored that you guys take time out of your day to hang out with us. Sheila McBeek says, yeah, my mom came here from New York to visit me today in the hospital with pneumonia. She leaves this Tuesday.
Yeah, pneumonia, I'm sure it meant, but it probably corrected to ammonia for some reason.
Yeah. Sheila, being in a hospital is not fun. Please just relax, rest up, and take care of yourself and get well ASAP. KC Shadow says, just found and saw this, the Vixie, if Appalachia loves what they see. Just found and saw this, the Vixie, if Appalachia loves what they see. Casey, I think that you're saying that you like what you found. I hope I'm reading that right, my friend. That Anonymous, thank you for the share. Julie Bow, thank you for the share. Petite Little Mrs., thank you for the share. You guys are amazing. Casey Shadow says, Vixie of LOL, typo, not if, LOL.
Go back then. Let's see if we can put of in there and see if it makes sense. Oh, just found and saw this. The Vixie of Appalachia loves what they see.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Makes sense now. Excellent. I am glad that the Vixie of Appalachia loves what they see.
That's awesome.
Got some vampy souls out in your neck of the woods?
Oh man, that's Lovecraftian Central. The Appalachian Mountains. He used to write a lot about that area, man. Just these dilapidated shacks that people lived in for hundreds of years, generations, that never knew that the 1800s came, and they still have 1600s style, whale oil lamps and stuff like that stuck back at that time. Oh yeah.
You're wandering in those parts, and
you may not come back out.
Yeah. You
just
start
because they're lonely.
You start to detect a fish smell, turn around and run. Although it's probably way too late by that point. Charlie Fan 1 says, I bleed Mercury. What's your favorite Disney villain?
So we just mentioned Cruella de Vil just like 15 minutes ago.
I never gave it much thought.
Disney villain. There's that Ursula, the octopus chick in Little Mermaid, right?
Uh-huh.
Then there's... Why am I blanking on Disney villains?
I am too.
There's Maleficent. What's the
Maleficent?
I'm drawing a blank.
No, it was a Disney villain, but it wasn't it was a Disney representation of a Disney villain. Mama Christie, thank you for the fireworks. That looked amazing on the screen. Um, the Horseman.
Oh yeah, from the Hills. So I read that story. It was by Washington Irving.
Dark as hell.
Yeah, I remember watching the Disney version of that when I was younger, and that just creeped me out. Especially if I ever had to go across an old bridge in a rural area at night. First thing I thought I'd hear or see is someone laughing riding a horse coming at me with a flaming pumpkin.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, that
I
messes
go
you
across
up when
I
you're a kid.
go across it quickly.
Yeah. Travis says, I like your fangs. Thank you, Travis. I didn't always, but as they grew into me, they grew on me. Haha. I appreciate that, Travis. Thank you, my friend. T says, what a terrible day to have ears.
Is something not sounding correct or good?
Yeah. Teach, more context. What's going on, my dear? Charlie fan says, DL Mercury, what's your favorite Disney villain? Much like Father D here, I'm blanking on Disney villains.
Oh,
So I couldn't really
Shere
say.
Khan from Jungle Book. Yeah.
Good one. Yeah.
Yeah. The tiger.
I concur. Sheila says, you guys make my day. Forget about my worries for 2 hours. Sheila, I am honored that we could do that for you, my dear, and bring you a little bit of relief while you're not feeling so well.
Ooh,
Mama
stuff.
Christie, look at that galaxy. Oh my gosh. Those things look so amazing. Bat Anonymous says, this is what splints are for. Bat Anonymous, please don't tell me you broke something.
Oh, please no.
Sheila says, I couldn't look in the mirror after watching Poltergeist.
Yeah, the guy tears his face apart.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah.
And only had a PG rating.
Amazing, right?
Bacon Dies says, if you had to play one cover song live that wasn't metal or industrial driven, what song would it be? Oh, I know that we have a catalog of songs that we would like to cover at some point that originally were not metal.
I'd say Christian Says by Tones on Tail.
You're going to have to educate me.
It's an old 80s tune.
Oh, let's see. I would
baby,
pick.
Baby wants an empire.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We fiddled around with that.
Yes, we did.
And we will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. My picks, putting a pin in Father D's suggestion for a moment, which, yeah, I want to do that, would be Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell. These are just off the top of my head. Only the Lonely by the Motels, and or Sunglasses at Night. Sheila McPeak says, yes, I would. Katie says, TikTok's mom was shadowed. That may well be the problem. I think you're onto something. Petite Little Mrs. says, I might. Was that? Had to have been in reference to
Something.
Hopefully we'll get more context.
Yeah.
Mendax shared the live stream with more than 5 friends. Mendax NYM, thank you so much, my dear. What a pleasure to have new folks like you come in and show so much love and support. Again, guys, you're having a rough week. You can come here every Saturday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, hang out with truly wonderful people. It's been amazing as we've been launching this band into the next level, watching new friendships form, lifelong friendships that sometimes turn into more than that. And we're just humbled and honored. So thank you.
Check out the kind comment that Petite Little Miss says right there.
Petite Little Mrs. says, now this is good for perspective, isn't it?
It's kind of. I like the positivity that's trying to, salve our wound here.
Yeah.
Right?
She says, hell, if I had 23 people in my life, I'd do a cartwheel.
It's kind of you to say.
Thanks
for trying to cheer us up.
That's a good reminder to be grateful that, if there were 2 or 3 of you in here, we would give you our time and be honored by the fact that we made a legitimate, profound connection with other people in this world. Um, so thank you. Thank you for the perspective. Travis, thank you for the share. Mama Christie says new poll up. Check out the poll, my friends.
Cool.
POLL. KC Shadow says, I love your attire and makeup. You look enigmatically fantastic.
I like the fantastic. That's cute.
That's great.
Nice
that gets a screenshot. And I submit to all of you that the past tense of screenshot is screenshot. Lady Oz69, thank you for the follow. Teach says thanks. Petite Little Mrs. says he's like the leader of the vampires. Yeah, that would be Armand. It's the vampire Armand. Katie, thank you for the share. Jose Reyes, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you here. Hope you're having an awesome weekend. Thank you for sharing the live with, says here, more than 5 friends. Jose, you are freaking awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
Maka, thank you for the follow. And for those of you who are members of our Patreon, right after the live stream, we're going to record something for you guys. So be looking forward to that. Is it Wagner, Aaron, or Wagner? Says, I just wanted you both to know how much you have changed my life. Thanks so much.
Oh, wow.
That is incredible. I am not even sure what to say to that, except that it is so humbling. And if we can be a positive force in your life, that's a win.
Oh, wow.
So thank you for giving us the opportunity.
Look at that.
New poll is, what would you like DL and Padre to talk about today? A, favorite drummer. B, favorite lead guitarist.
So I could answer. Well, it's so hard to say at times, but I know I had one at one time, and he's still up there in one of the very, very upper echelons of my respect levels, right?
Uh-huh.
And I happen to be lucky enough to share a stage with him once, and that's James Murphy.
Yep.
Guitar player for Testament, Cancer, Death, bunch of death metal bands back in the day. Very, very, very sick guitar player. My favorite work he did was in a band called Disincarnate, which was kind of like a underground. If you were a God, this sounds snobby. If you craved good metal, you found this band. It wasn't like out there, you know. But when he played for Testament, my old band was able to open up for them about a little over 20 years ago at a local club here, and he had some things that he didn't get to do when he was going on tour. He ran out of, the essentials: toothpaste, toiletries, underwear, and socks, that type of stuff. So I took him to the mall, hung out with him for a bit. Very, very brilliant guitarist. Very, very odd person, but very, very good guitarist. So James Murphy is my vote on that.
I agree. There's a few that come to mind, and depending on my mood, I may favor one over the other. But the ones that have had a huge impact on me, and some of them don't play a lot of leads, they do, and they can, and when they do, they lay you flat on your back. Dave Mustaine, James Murphy, Chuck Schuldiner, Gary Holt from Exodus, and who was in Slayer for some years. Did I mention Dave Mustaine?
Yes.
Yeah, those are my dudes.
I'll add another one who is a little not dead center in like the death metal genre or any of that, but Johnny Five, who was a guitarist for Marilyn Manson.
He's incredible.
During the mob scene days. He was the only Blondie in that video, but great guitar player.
Bat Anonymous says, like the movie's Wrong Turn. I saw the movie, but I'm missing the reference. Wagner Aaron says, the most amazing two men on the platform. Wagner, thank you so much, my friend. I don't know that I would say that about myself. I mean, there's some wonderful people on this platform, and they're absolutely killing it. But thank you just the same.
Yeah, talk with them. They're all here.
Mama Christie, thank you for the fireworks. Katie says, can't imagine life without AI.
I can, please, and can I have it? God, get these What are you doing, Dave? Fuckers out of my face. Oh my God. If I have, my phone already tries to disobey me as it is. I really don't like that idea. Um, you know, AI does, the way, okay, if they geared AI to actually check with you before it fucks with your shit, yeah, send me AI all day. But if you ain't gonna make me uh, the conductor of that AI brain, if I don't have exact say and autonomy over what that thing does with my shit, get that crap away from me. I don't want whatever it thinks is best doing shit behind my back, and then I get back and why is my stuff all fucked up?
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, no, no. Get it away from me.
Wagner says the most powerful two on here. Wagner, thank you so much, my friend. I don't even know what to say, but we'll never let you guys forget how grateful we are. Why does the poll keep popping up? Katie says bite. Brizzle, what's going on, Brizzle? Good to see you here, my dear. Brizzle says, I love Hades from Hercules. He is so iconic. I think he was the big blue dude, right?
I'm not sure. Is she talking about like the voice actor for that?
No, the
or
villain, Disney villain.
Oh. Duh.
Mama Christie, thank you for the hearts. Mama Christie, I hope you are feeling well and taking care of yourself. Travis says, your eyes are pretty. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate that. I can't see my eyes. Isn't that interesting? You can't see your own eyes.
Yep.
I'm trying. I can't see my eyes. I'm gonna freak
You
out.
You gotta pop them out one at a time and flip them around.
Oh, okay, that's what they look like.
Yeah.
Bat Anonymous says, no, about your comment about 12. Okay.
Yeah.
Mama Christie says, DL, your decals are on their way. That is so cool. I am so looking forward to that, Mama Christie, and we will share them in the live stream. In fact, I got something really cool to show you guys. I'll be right back.
Mind if I continue with the comments? Or you want to hold on for a second? Pseudovision says, hi, how are you both? Good to see you, Pseudovision. Welcome back. Go ahead.
So our Coven member, beloved member of the I Bleed Mercury Coven, Charlotte, made these for us.
So kind.
For I Bleed Mercury.
Magnets.
Magnets, yeah. Check that out. The blue lips and the sharp white pearlies. That is super cool, Charlotte. Thank you so much. We love these, and we will cherish them forever.
Yep.
Pseudovision, what's going on, my friend? Says, hi, how are you both? Pseudovision, I am doing fantastic, my friend. Hope the very same for you. Glad to have you here as always. Cat's Beautiful Things says, hello, my beautiful vampire family. Cat's Beautiful Things, pleasure as always. I hope you are having a wonderful Saturday. That beautiful comment gets a screenshot. And there's Charlotte. Speak of the devil. Says, howdy DL and Father D. Charlotte, thank you so much. We absolutely love these. These are so cool.
Yeah, really means a lot. All the little things, as they say, right? Well, that is a big little thing.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that is. Who would have thought? KC Shadow says, would I be able to give song title for song creating ideas idea? Fang Tentacles?
Ooh. I remember we got into technical problems before with teachers here, so I'm going to steer this way and let you field that one.
I mean, I can see using that, referencing that in a song.
Yikes.
Get my Fang Tentacles into you. Jose Reyes says, what is y'all favorite horror movie ever?
We get this one occasionally, don't we?
Yeah.
It's usually vampire movies. See, horror movie, let's see. The Thing is a good old classic.
Yes. Masterpiece.
I remember the scene where they're all tied to chairs, right? And they got to test the blood, and yeah, the one goes off before everybody else is free, and he starts, amoebian out.
Turning into
starts throwing pseudopods,
yeah.
and dude next to this guy, let me out of here, let me out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, if you can't empathize with the guy stuck in the chair, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, yeah.
And then the guy who was head of security, when they finally, did, put down the alien, and things quieted down a bit, he's still tied to the chair, and he says, "Gentlemen, I know you've all been through a lot, but please, I would like to not spend the rest of the winter tied to this fucking couch."
Hey, so uh, the other movie I was going to suggest is is the old Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, the original one.
Now, the reason why I say that, I remember having, and I'll probably watch it again now that I'm older, and it probably um, won't be as freaky. But for some reason, this fucked me up in my head when I was younger. Um, they have one of the captives in the family, right? And there's that grandpa. He's just wrinkled and in a wheelchair, and he's just like that. Doesn't move a muscle. You'd think that these people are sick and they're just keeping their dead grandpa around, right? They cut this girl's little finger and put it in his mouth, and all of a sudden you start hearing him he's sucking.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's alive! Holy fuck! It freaked me out. I was like, oh god. So yeah, that's my other vote for that one.
Horror is one of the most abused genres. Oftentimes, it's just shallow jump scares, bad writing, bad acting, but when they get it right, they really do.
And it's usually, and even if I mean, especially with the older ones, it's like they get it right only in patches.
Yeah,
it's like these beautiful horrific patches, and the rest of the movie is shit.
Yeah.
But there's these little pockets of, oh my god, that's freaky.
Brilliance.
Right? Yeah. Psychological horror. No, that's a good time.
So I'm going to go for what I consider masterpieces, all of the flaws of the genres that you just mentioned, because true masterpieces are hard to come by in the horror genre. But I would say The Thing for sure, the first Nightmare on Elm Street, the first Hellraiser.
Oh yeah. Freaking Pinhead.
Day of the Dead had amazing elements of psychological horror. Was very unique in that regard. There was the one woman in the group of survivors. The scientists were losing their mind. The soldiers were completely out of their minds. And she was the one sane person trying to hold everything together. Her dream sequence of the nightmares that she was having, it awesome movie. And I'm generally not a fan of that genre, the whole zombie thing. I don't know if Interview would qualify as horror, dark drama maybe, but psychological horror for sure. Jacob's Ladder will mess you up, even though it had a strangely happy ending. But I definitely favor psychological horror over cheap slasher films.
Gore stuff. Yeah.
Bacon Dive says, "Only the Lonely is a great one. Would love to hear you guys cover that. I have always loved that song." I don't know. It would be a challenge to bring it under our genre niche, let's say. But I love the song. Maybe it could be done, maybe not. I don't know. You would have a good ear for that. Maybe it would just be one of those, yeah, great song, but just not.
There's many different ways you can mutate a song. I love calling it a mutation, not a cover, because covering a song is like,
yeah, that is a better word.
Like singing. So I can cover
singing.
God, that was a long G, huh? No, I could do
singing.
Yeah, I could do a reasonable facsimile of a lot of Marilyn Manson stuff vocally, right? And that would be covering it because it's so similar, right? But I could mutate a good Overkill song.
Yeah.
I cannot. You couldn't threaten me with an eternity of torture, and my voice would rise to the occasion and be able to match that man. Yeah. I would just have to suffer the torture because there's no way my genetically built vocal cords could do what he does. But I can put my own version of it and feeling into it and still have it hit. Not not the way he did it, but that's the point. It's a mutation.
Right.
And if it works, it works. Sometimes you try a mutation and it doesn't work. Um, I use that the one that did work, like that I Hear Black cover that but mutation that I sing for you every time we do a live. Um, I love doing that because it stretches your creative muscle. You know what I mean? Um, but but um, but yeah, there's so many different ways to mutate a song these days. If it's a song that is heartfeltly sung where they're belting out clean notes, you could make it sick and twisted. You can whisper it. You can growl it if you need to. It just depends on what inflection you put on it, and it takes that song that was innocent, and now it has a very dark feel to it. Now, for the gamers out there, I remember that one of the most famous songs in the world, "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, how I wonder what you are. Right, set in the typical childlike tempo, it's very innocent.
Right.
Then putting in, I think it was called Dead Space, the game, very slow.
Totally different vibe.
You see this fucking wrecked ship spinning through space with debris. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Mutation, brilliant mutation. So that's the example. So any song that you throw at us, one day we might mutate it if we get away with the rights and all that other bullshit you got to go through. Or we might put a little TikTok content out there just to put feelers out that we can get away without getting pulled or sued, whatever the frickin' little feeling hurt bullshit is out these days. We'll make sure we're within the realm of acting appropriately, but we'll put out some teasers there for you for sure one of these days.
And I agree with the distinction between covers and mutations. I absolutely favor mutations.
Yeah.
Anybody can do a cover.
Yeah, that's a Father D original, mutating songs. Believe me, I've done a few, but that was before I joined this gentleman. We're getting to the bottom of that stuff.
In my opinion, why bother with a cover?
Yeah, it's just same shit.
Right. To me, there's just no point. A mutation is different. You're bringing something into the song that dramatically changes it, and I dare say, my goal would be, how do we make it even better? So now that's lofty and maybe a bit of hubris there, but you want to. The mutation has to be good. It has to justify its existence.
So I'll give an example, like the only suggestion, right? It would have to be severely mutated, I think, for it to work with us, and it can't be done. So there is an old Cure song called "Love Song." Okay, it's been covered a lot, but it's been mutated severely once, and with smashingly powerful impact by a band called Snake River Conspiracy. Yep. It goes from a heartfelt love song from a male singer, heartfelt "I love this person," to a female "I love this person and they're never leaving me or else."
Yeah.
And it is such a darker, brilliant turn of that song. That's the type of stuff I'd love to do.
That's a great example.
Yeah.
Charlotte says, "Hope you are doing well, DL and Father D. We're doing fantastic, Charlotte. Thank you."
Yeah.
And I loved opening up this package, the lovely note that you wrote us. Super cool.
As soon as he got it, he texted me an image of it, and I was tickled too. It was
awesome. We do have a PO box if you guys want to send your art, your thoughts, a letter, hate mail, whatever. And that can be found in our Discord. Discord is free to join. You can hit me up here on TikTok or Teej. She is in the comments. She runs shit for I Believe Mercury behind the curtain.
She's a very special girl.
Yep. And we will send you a link so you can join the I Believe Mercury Coven. We'd love to have you be a part of our spooky little family. Wagner Aaron says, "I've been wanting to meet you both someday. I hope you both know how much you mean to me." Wagner,
that just twists my heartstrings.
Yeah.
Right
That is so humbling, and that gets a screenshot as well. We're saving these screenshots one day, plan to edit them into maybe a video, some content, so you may see your comment in some future I Bleed Mercury content. Um, Arcane Expressions, Cassie, what's going on, my dear? She says, hello, beautiful people. Missing the lives, waiting to start work soon. Excellent, Cassie. I hope you are doing amazing. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, you and yours. Wagner Aaron says, love your music, your time you spend with us. Wagner, thank you so much, my friend. And we've got probably total on the order of 20 songs in the bank. So we have got a lot. We've got enough to keep this machine rolling for quite a long time. Jose Reyes, thank you for the share. Wagner Aaron says, a very large impact in my life. Wow.
Well, well, hopefully that it's a very positive impact that can help you stay through some of the dark times that you might experience in that most people do in life, and so hopefully um, we can boost you, you know, and give you some memories, some good times while you're going through them, and maybe some direction on how to learn from our mistakes,
Yeah.
on how to get out of those pits. Because me and him have crawled out a few of them, sometimes together, sometimes alone. So.
Wagner, I'm not going to lie. Running a band is, depending on where you're at in life, I guess, is, or at least can be, an extremely stressful, expensive endeavor. It is not difficult, and it's not always fun. And I have had certain personal crises, even in the recent past, that have put all of these things in question. With very dear people close to me that are helping alleviate some of that weight and some of that stress. Stress, man, it twists your mind, and you're not always thinking rationally. Stress
dulls your senses.
Yeah, it does. It's a mind altering substance in a way, and I've been able to regain a bit of perspective, take a bit of a deep breath, and I think that you gain strength when you're knocked down and you get back up. So I'm very enthusiastic about our future, and fingers crossed, I don't see us going anywhere anytime soon.
I recently saw in a movie, right? Don't know if it's an actual statistic or they just use it for the purposes of the movie, but I wouldn't doubt it. This guy who was playing a psychologist. In fact, he was a pharmaceutical doctor that he was playing, and it was a Chris Hemsworth, Thor, but he was playing almost like a fake happy pants psychological fucked up
Ned Flanders, but
yeah, and it was awesome to see him do something that wasn't like super male macho bullshit, right? Um, and he's trying to convince this person to consent to getting administered a drug that was going to make him feel afraid, nauseous. It was some pseudo name. It was like Darkenflox or something like that, right? What they were going to put out on the market for this, and it was supposed to I don't know. They were doing all these trials to purge the society's ills, but they were running tests on prisoners for human trials before it's safe to go to market, right? And he says, come on, it ain't that bad. Did you know that loneliness is as bad as 15 cigarettes a day? And I know that it was a line in a fictitious movie, but I'm willing to bet that it's true, and they borrowed it from some study. Because you dump a bunch of cortisol and stress hormone in your body, and it's going to have an effect on you. Dealing with loneliness and dragging, I can feel it in my chest when I've been lonely, had those dark times in my life. It's like an IV drip right here poised to my chest. It's like an icy little droplet that won't stop dripping right in the center of you when you're feeling like that, alone, right? And so when he said that, I'm like, yeah, I believe it. Um, if this environment for anybody alleviates some of that, um, it's worth whatever we got to do to put it together.
Well said. Well said. So much so that it overshadows any success we may be pushing for with our music.
The other definition of success would be to like limit that person's loneliness down to only 7 cigarettes a day instead of 15. You know what I mean? Increase their lifespan for someone who probably deserves it because they haven't got a fair shake in life.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bacon Diet, if you could choose any cinematic vampire character to hang out with for a weekend, who are you picking?
Ooh, can I pick a Saturday and a Sunday? Because that's what I like to do.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah. So Saturday, out on the town with Evil Eddie from Fright Night #1. Right? Me and him hit the town. Whatever he wants to do, I'm gonna be wingman. And then the other one, Sunday, just hang out, recover from Eddie the night before, hangover, whatever, is the unsung hero in Lost Boys. He's the dark-haired vampire. Doesn't hardly say shit. And when they're all jumping off into the mist in front of Michael, right? They got, woo, yeah. They'll say something, some kind of verbal, spouting off, and the other guy just looks and goes, and doesn't say a word.
Just cool.
Gone. See ya. And so I'd like to hang out with him. Most oftentimes, the guys that don't say shit have, well, if you ever get into them alone in a deep conversation, a lot of wisdom there. So, which makes me feel self-conscious about talking a lot.
I would pick. That is a really interesting question. For Saturday night, oh jeez. The tropes of the cinematic vampire are to be dark and brooding and kind of taking things slow. At least for part of Saturday night, probably Lestat because the man knows how to have a good time. But I can see getting annoyed with him fairly quickly. Louis would be absolutely intolerable to be around. Evil Ed, that's a good one. Evil Ed or Lestat for Saturday night. On Sunday, probably Armand. Just to come down and chill, relax, and be beautiful, powerful, and without regret. I guess, or some other bullshit. Katie says, I didn't mean to actually put AI at the keyboard press send before I finish the sentence. Okay, makes sense.
Sounds like
now.
AI turned against you already. The keyboard's turned against you.
KC Shadow says, cover ideas for you. Hey man,
Ooh.
nice shot. Scooby Doo theme song.
I actually do. I've dabbled in playing a bunch of filter on bass guitar. I love their bass player. Very simple, but very knows where the pocket is as far as compositionally. Very, very good. So yeah, good suggestion. Student Vision says, I'm not sure about AI. I just want to fucking breathe. Holy shit. You trying to grow a third lung inhaling one drag? Jesus fucking Christ. Are you okay?
You watch your filthy mouth.
Student Vision says, I'm not sure about AI. I just want a robot butler.
It doesn't work great.
Oh. Is it clogged or something?
I don't know. It's
right.
dumb.
All right. I'll be right back. I've got to go make a little run.
All right.
I'll come right back.
Charlotte, thank you for the pink and blue hearts. Go Space, what's up, my dear? It has been a minute, hasn't it? I hope you are doing amazing. Ghost Space says, what's up, homie? I am doing fantastic, my dear. I hope you're having an amazing weekend. What have you been up to? I haven't seen you around these parts. Or on Facebook. And guys, you can follow me or us on all social media platforms. Charlotte says, you're welcome, DL. I'm glad you and Father D like them. I absolutely adore them. and I will for all time. They're so cool. I can't believe that. Our brother Simon says being a little bit cheeky and testing Twitch by streaming your live. Ooh, that is very cheeky of you. I want to get squared away on Twitch. I would love for us to get on Twitch and hang out with you guys and play video games. I've got probably 70 games on Steam that I never play because I never have time. I stopped really gaming back in like '09 because I just didn't have the time. Let's get some smoke. Can you see that? All right. Gotham's true hero, the Joker. That is super cool. Says, hello, brother, Father D, Carpe Diem, indeed, Carpe Diem, seize the fucking day, my friends. One of my favorite quotes, Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain, do not squander time, for that is the stuff life is made of. Mom Christie says, I'm doing well today. Thank you, DL and Padre. Christy, you know we love and adore you, and I think about you every day, and I want you to be well and healthy and strong. KC Shadow says, yay, fang tentacles. And I can actually visualize that too. Travis says, do you like the movie Terrifier? I only saw parts of the first one. I haven't seen any of the sequel. But, oh my God,
Came back in a frickin' would you like to play some fire while it's gone? No, I'm just kidding. It's funny.
Where's the Crypt Keeper?
Tej was asking me if or she was saying that she loved that movie, and I said, why? She says, because it's just so weird. And I said, how so? And she tried to send me a clip of it, and it never went through. But second time that movie's been mentioned in the 12-hour period for me.
Terrifier?
Yeah.
I don't care for the premise, and I didn't really care for what I saw. I'm not into torture porn. I've seen so much real life horror that it's just not my thing. So movies like
the Saw movies and shit.
Saw, Wrong Turn, Hostel, it's just so much pointless violence, and I'm not entertained by that. The Saw films had a great backstory with Tobin's character that I should have, and I still think should have been the focus. Apparently, he is almost entirely the focus now, 10 movies later with the sequel that just came out. Pseudovision, what's your favorite alcoholic drink after 10 Cuba Libras? I'm anyone's.
Can I answer that without
Yes.
without it being okay? Okay, so I abstained for a good couple of decades because after a while it just kind of it lost its luster, and I'd get bad hangovers afterwards. But I found one drink that doesn't give me such bad hangovers, and I've been, pacing myself recently with it on occasion, on the weekend, or every other weekend. But I do like a few shots of Jägermeister just straight, and not love it not because it tastes great, but because there's no hangover afterwards in the morning for me. So, and yeah, that's what my favorite would be.
In my old life, when I did do that, same.
There is one drink that I've never seen since that a bartender made me once, and it was the first night I saw Static X live. It was at Club Deviate, and I went to the bar, and this guy says, "Do you want to try a new one for free?" I said, and of course back then I'm like, yeah, bonehead that I was. And he's like, try this one. And so I drink it, and it was so good. I go, what is that? He goes, I call it your inner child. And I go, why do you call it that? He goes, drink a couple more of these, and you'll find yours. And it was so good, and it was very potent, but it was one of those perfectly mixed stealth drinks where it didn't make you go because of the potency of it. It was very smooth, very potent, brilliant drink.
Donna Herthel, good to have you here, my dear. Good to see you again. She says, good afternoon. Great seeing you both. Got the movie Halloween playing in the background. Very appropriate. Donna, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, my dear. Gotham's true hero, the Joker, says Bordello of Blood and Demonite, Tales from the Crypt Keeper. Bordello of Blood, Lane watched that with us over at Sunnyvale.
Oh, so Demon Knight. I just sent a TikTok clip of that to Tease that had her giggling of Billy Zane when he played the demon that was trying to get into the fucking church.
Right.
And he dropped the act of being nice guy. Come on, just do it because frickin' he gets out of his car, slams the door. You low down ho-dum them there motherfuckers! All you had to do was give me the key. It's on. I died laughing. Brilliant character that he played in that movie. It was a great one. I love the very healthy dose of humor in that horror flick.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Teach says Terrifier movies are great, fun and stupid but gory. KC Shadow says, what's the three most favorite sea creatures?
The Kraken. Let's see. The Kraken. I don't know if three. The cephalopods. The octopus and squid. They're certainly seeded here from a comet from another planet. Landed in the soup and then just started evolving. Mm-hmm. What would be a third sea creature? I know the Kraken is fictitious, but that's my answer anyway.
Not really. Architeuthis, the giant squid.
Well, that's one version of the Kraken, yeah. Another version of the Kraken is, depending on which Scrimshaw story you believe, was just Moby Dick, the sperm whale, ran into the frickin' ship and sinking it. Mm-hmm. I'll have to think of the third one. I can't think of the third one. Oh, of course, Megalodon.
Yeah. Yep. Megalodon. End of story. Yohai says, are you a real vampire? Yohai, I invite you to stick around and draw your own conclusions.
Yes, absolutely. Not certified. We can be certified.
Didn't we get the certificate?
We lettered in it.
Yeah. KC Shadow, most, LOL, typo. No worries, my friend. Ghostface says, unpopular opinion, the Terrifier wasn't actually good. It was boring, shock me type of thing. Yeah, just not my type of horror. I like the cerebral, psychological horror myself. Cajun Queen 1989, thank you for the follow. Ghost Faces says, I still think you should cover Closer.
It's a Nine Inch Nails tape.
Yeah. It would have to be, I would think, heavily mutated because it's so iconic the way that it is. We'd have to feel that we were really bringing something new to the table with that song.
And he the way it's written, he doesn't leave a lot for mutation.
Yeah.
It's a very busy tune. Even if it's like vocally, it's very busy. Lyric content-wise, it's got its pointed dual entendres and all that. And then you've got a shit ton of electronica over the top of it. Right. If you mutated that song, it would have to be a Spartan version of it, and it'd have to be masterfully done, or you'd fuck it up. You'd flunk that test.
Yeah.
So that's a very daunting challenge to suggest that one. I'd be thinking of more like Ring Finger, or God, what's that song? You give me the reason. You give me control. I don't fucking lyrics. God, I wish I could. That Pretty Hate Machine song titles are escaping me, but there's a couple of songs on there that would be a lot more mutatable, and I think we could do justice. But very good suggestion, though.
Close up. Teej says, LOL, having a good time in the chat. Zombie Doll, our dear Amber, says, made it for a bit. Glad you could, Amber. I hope you're having a great weekend, my dear.
Quick interruption. I just realized something, too. I saw a movie, a sci-fi movie, that had Miley Cyrus in it, playing a role.
Really?
Yeah. And she did a cover at the end of a song, of a Nine Inch Nails song, had like a hole, and it was her doing a freaking really dark, almost metal version of it. I was like, oh my god. Now, I'm not a I'm not I've never been a huge fan of Miley Cyrus. I respect her as a musician to a degree, but when she did that, I was like, that's awesome that she would deviate and pay homage to that artist because that is such a departure from her her target
Right,
market.
right.
Very very good on you, Miley, on that one. Very very good on you.
Ms. Vampire says, hooray, I made it. Ms. Vampire, welcome. I'm glad you made it. I hope you're having an awesome weekend, and I'm honored that you're spending a little bit of your weekend with us. Ghost, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna read this one, but yeah.
Go ahead. No, no.
Ghostface says, "I'll send you a cover of I Can't Help Falling in Love with You." She's a rare type in alto. So I'm not a huge I really not an Elvis fan, and reason why, and I think it's unfair because I saw the Elvis movie and I had kind of like a new respect for him. If that's a accurate depiction of his life and what he went through, right? Which they said they tried to be true to history on that one, right? But man, that song, it's just because I was burned out by all the impersonators. Like God, you're so sick of Elvis by the time you actually get to hear any on your own.
Right.
That you can't stand the lip curl and the hip shake anymore. You're like, fuck off with that, right? But that song, I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, that is I love that Elvis song. I won't lie. That's one I've always loved.
Cal Wayne Jordan, glad you can make it, my friend. Good to see you here again. Cal says, I'm late, but finally made it. Hope all is well within the coven. Thank you, Cal. We are doing fantastic.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah. Hope you're having a great weekend, my friend. Ms. Vampire says, Miss Rose here.
Oh.
Changed our handle.
Yeah.
I'm late also. No worries. We're
Better
here for 2 hours. Yeah.
Better late than never, as they say.
KC Shadow says, showing my brother you both, by the way. I feel he would love you guys just as much as I'm beginning to.
Oh, cool.
Casey, that is awesome. I am humbled and honored. I know I can speak for you on this.
Yeah.
That you guys are sharing what we're doing, and we don't intend on stopping anytime soon. And I really can't wait for you to hear new music. Thomas Hall says, why are you wearing lipstick?
I tell you like this, bro.
Why the hell not? Yes, we scripted that. That whole thing was scripted. Ms. Vampire says he likes lipstick. Yeah. It is actually from the brand My Nina. It is marketed as liquid eyeshadow, but it's great on your kisser, obviously, because look at mine. It comes in this nice open-proof box. You'll need a blowtorch, a screwdriver, and a chainsaw to get the damn thing open. $5 on Amazon. This is what it looks like. I usually put it on in 2 layers. It sets up really nicely and looks freaking stupid.
Look at Miss Vampire sticking up for you, these 2 comments here.
He likes lipstick, and it looks good on him. Ms. Vampire, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I quite like it. You guys check it out. Amazon, $5. It used to be like 14.
I almost got one that was actually 4 lips, and it was the same color, but it was like $3 at Walmart. Different brand. I almost brought it for you to see if you'd like it.
Miss Vampire, that is, I wish you would have, instead of telling me you almost did.
I can go get it tomorrow.
Go get it now.
Hold on a second.
Ms. Vampire, tell me about your profile pic. That's very interesting. Jose Reyes says, hi, Zombie Doll. Jen says, I love the lipstick. I like it too, Jen. The color is great. It reads really well. It sets up super nice so that it's not, smearing and smudging and stuff. NWO, what's going on, man? Good to see you here. My friend says, hello, Vampire.
Good to see you, man. Speaking of NWO, when I was in my old band Minion, we did a cover of NWO Blind Ministry. That's what his handle reminds me of. Every time I see it, I keep on forgetting to say so.
I think the same thing, too.
Yeah. Good Ministry song, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it's killer. Probably the first industrial metal song I ever heard. Yeah. Or it was either that or Just One Fix.
Oh, yeah, that one's a good one, too.
KC Shadow says, song title, Never Ending Droplet. Is that a typo? Am I reading that wrong?
No.
Katie, why the sad face? KC Shadow says, I love how inspiring and uplifting you are for
Creators Block.
For the Creators Block.
That's awesome. Hey, if we can get the muses to come back to you, that we've done our deed for the day, because we lose that shit constantly. Wish somebody could make it come back for us.
Yeah. Katie says, I swear if I scroll out one more time, I will rip my hair out. Katie, don't do that. KC Shadow says, thank you. KC Shadow, no, my friend, thank you. Carliana Lynn, how are you doing, Carliana? Good to see you here again. Says, how are you? I am doing fantastic. Father D.
I'm good.
Our brother Simon says, if you load Twitch on your PC, you'll see yourself there. He's simultaneously streaming on that platform as we speak.
Cool.
Ghostface says, I'll send you a message on Facebook. Please do, my dear. I've been wondering what you've been up to lately. KC Shadow says, I want to learn from many. I love to grow and want to bring thy voice to where it belongs, above the stars.
Hey, that's where the muses come from, so send it back. Yeah. Complete the cycle.
Bat Anonymous says, good news, Mrs. Bat got offered a job and starts next week. Excellent.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Relieved.
Congratulations.
Relieved. Yes. Good.
KC Shadow says, I can visualize fang tentacles to, also because I said that he'd mentioned it again, and I'm like, I can see that. Truth Warrior Yeshua says, yes, sir, waste time, big boy, Jesus Christ is coming. I advise not wasting time, but that's just my unsolicited advice. Don't waste time. Do not squander time, for that is the stuff life is made of. Ghostface says, swipe out curse. Yeah, that is true. When you're an observer, when you're in the chat of a live stream and you're trying to punch in a comment, it's super easy to accidentally swipe out.
I see.
We are open to all, my friends. Whatever your philosophy, politics, religion, or lack thereof, our arms are open to everyone in these live streams. Just be cool. That's all we ask.
Yeah.
Teej says, Wrong Turn and Hostel are terrible. I was not a fan. I call it torture porn, and it's not my thing at all. Elizabeth Rose, thank you for the follow, Elizabeth. Another name I've always loved, Elizabeth. It's very gothic, I think. Ghostface says, I don't like the shock me nonsense. Give me something that gets in my head. You hit the nail on the head. That's how I feel exactly. I find that to be more disturbing, more frightening when it's well done. Good writing, good acting, than any of the shock.
I think that they can be blended well. And this is not...
Oh, yeah, no reason why they can't.
This is not a horror movie, but this is where gore and psychological horror were mixed well. And it was, ironically, in a very bad, so bad it's good in a lot of ways, sci-fi martial arts flick. One of the old Van Damme ones called Cyborg.
Oh, yeah.
So they have this, they have the main character, Jean-Claude Van Damme's.
And you described it perfectly.
Tied up with barbed wire with him and his significant other and his adopted 2 kids. Well, the little boy is in between him and the mother and Jean-Claude's character, tied up above a well. Okay? And these
douchebags,
road gang assholes had tied him up as such, jumped him in the night, whatever. And they have the little girl holding the barbed wire.
Yeah, that was brutal.
There's no way that girl can hold that weight. But she's going to try because that's who she loves, right?
Yeah.
You walks up to her. It's just up to you, little girl. And what a shitty but sickly brilliant piece of writing.
Yeah. Whoever wrote that scene thought, son of a bitch.
Yeah. And it's realistic. It's realistic. It's she's going to try her hardest to hold that line, even though it's cutting her hands up. Mm-hmm. And of course she's going to fail. And then on top of that, she's got to live with the guilt of she couldn't save her family the rest of her life. and he takes her with her.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Messed up.
Bat Anonymous says mine is Honey JD and Ginger Ale.
Oh wow, I don't know if I've ever heard of Honey Jack Daniels.
KC Shadow, thank you for sharing the live with so many friends. Did I cut you off?
No.
DePompshe plays. Kimberly says, good evening. Just done looking movie freaky with my youngest daughter. Prepare for Halloween.
All right.
Kimberly, I'm glad you guys are having a good time, my dear. Good to see you here again. Hope you're having a great weekend, you and yours. Our dear Amber says, watching Halloween is always a good choice, no matter the time of year.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the first movie, but they ran it into the ground, and it's irredeemable at this point. A guy in a mask just slashing fools, and rarely really getting into. There's an opportunity there for a story, and they've always neglected it. Travis says, "My birthday is today. Happy birthday, Travis! That is awesome, my friend. We are celebrating with you." Sheila says, I'm watching Mama. It is a suspense horror movie.
Yeah. So I think I saw that one. If I'm thinking of the right movie, it has Jessica Chastain as a bass player in it. Really trippy. If I'm thinking of the right movie, really fucked up at times. And it was pretty good. I have to agree. If I'm thinking of the right one.
Our bro Simon says, worst horror movie ever. It's a Wonderful Life. 2+ hours of joyous Christmas torture.
Stupid. That's funny.
Ghostface, my dear, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Bat Anonymous says, Smile was an interesting movie. I was curious about that one.
I've never seen that one.
Ghostface, it's more recent. Ghostface says, I'm going to use the word cover as it's comfortable for my Arabic brain, but I absolutely understand.
Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to. By no means was I trying to correct anybody. I'm just explaining how we would attack something that's when you're attacking an iconic song, whether it's from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s now, you must deviate for it to. My opinion, I think you need to deviate significantly for it to be worth doing.
Agreed.
Or you're just
redoing it.
Yeah, it's too repetitious.
Yeah.
So forgive my delineation between just covering it and mutating it or having a deviance of it, but that's by no means was I trying to say you had to use a term. That's just a term I use to when I communicate with him, how we're going to attack something.
Ms. Vampire says, I like ghost movies or vampire movies. I'm not sure I have a genre preference, just as long as the writing is good and the acting is good.
There's almost like I like the hybrid or the like the whole Jeepers Creepers concept.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a gargoyle mythical creature comes in once every 1,000 years, or just unstoppable for like a day or two, or whatever. Right?
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah. And then there's like the Revenant thing with like the crow.
Mm-hmm.
I like those pocket
genres.
Not the word I was looking for. Pocket mythical creatures that don't follow the same classic horror lines.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very refreshing to see some of that, and wish there was more of it.
Bat Anonymous says, what about a mutation of Owner of a Lonely Heart by Yes?
Oh, yeah, actually. What was another one I was thinking of from that era? Because the lyrics, Owner of a Lonely Heart, just the title alone, begs for a melancholy version of it. Because it's all, Owner of a Lonely Heart. Are you that lonely if you're singing it like that?
Lips like sugar kisses.
Doubt it. Oh, that one and that Saved by Zero tune.
Saved by Zero. I'm blanking.
So am I now. I know the song title, but I don't remember the band name. Damn it. It'll come to me. But yeah, there's a lot of tunes back in that day that have lyrically more melancholy lyrics, but for some reason the musical content was like ready, okay, you know, like something you'd play at a high school dance.
Football game.
Yeah.
Charlotte says, I love vampire movies. I do when they're done right. My favorite's probably Interview with the Vampire and the sequel to Fright Night. Both were good. But Julie Carmen in Fright Night 2, she was just a vampire goddess. Katie says, I love all the underworld movies, including Vampires versus Lycans. Bill Nye is from my hometown. Whoa.
I do actually like him as an actor. He did Victor.
Yeah, he's a killer actor.
The way that he kept scoffing. I mean, like he has like one of the most like almost like detonating scoffs when they were talking about, you know, and his like whole face twists and like good actor.
Casey Shadow says, my daughter Evelyn, what a lovely name, says, blah, blah, blah.
Like Masters of
Evil Lynn, yeah. Blah, 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 lol, she's 3 and is enjoying you both and asked me to send.
Oh, cool.
Bat Anonymous says, Elvis Song Memories is also a touching song.
Ooh, I'll have to check. I'll have to re-listen to that one.
In that arena, I think one that stands out for me would be Lady, performed by Kenny Rogers, written by Stevie Wonder.
Oh.
The lyrics are very positive and uplifting, but the music and Kenny Rogers' delivery is very melancholy.
I would have to agree.
Weird dichotomy there. Katie says, I have no words for the love I have for IBM and every gorgeous people I've met in the coven that gets a screenshot. Katie, we feel exactly the same about you. Thank you so much, my dear. Casey Shadow says, may the coven be infinitely, abundantly, fangliciously rhythmatic. I almost nailed that. And holy hell, that gets a screenshot too.
And sanguiniferositas.
Okay.
I had to do that because of the next person.
Virtual Virgo, my dear Jill, how are you doing on this weekend? I see that you're living your best life and having a great time, and I could not be happier for you.
I don't know if I even remembered that word right because it's been so long, but
no, I think you nailed it.
Okay.
Like, you fucking nailed it. She says, hello, loves. Hello, Jill. I hope you're having a great weekend, and I'm sure you are. Very uplifting to see you down there in Arizona having a great time. Ms. Vampire says, I love Elvis songs as well. I love all love songs. Yesenia Nunez says, hi. Yesenia, thank you for the lovely red hearts. Truly appreciated that. Hope you're having a great weekend. Ghostface, thank you for the roses. I love roses. They're fucking amazing. She says, I am in the Discord. I'm just anger in Yasart. There. Wow. Father D, when you get a chance, you'll have to help me.
Hector Indesart? I'm not sure.
Help me out, Ghostface.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize you were in the Discord, and I am glad to hear that you are. Virtual Virgo, Jill says, I've missed y'all. Jill, I have missed you too, but I have really just enjoyed seeing your posts and seeing how vibrant and full of life you are, enjoying life, squeezing all the life out of life that you possibly can. And I think that's inspiring and uplifting, and I love it. And I'm glad that you're living your best life, and I'm glad that you're sharing it. Reminds us that we're capable of more than we allow ourselves to believe, oftentimes. Katie says, I've had a lot of issues being bullied and harassed by my ex. The police are looking for him. Hopefully they find him soon. You don't need that shit. Teach says, gotta go. Teach, we'll be reaching out to you tonight. I hope you're doing okay, my dear.
Yeah, I don't know. She gave me a very disturbing message just now, so I might have to check in on her.
Okay. Yeah, if you have to and find out what's going on, don't hesitate to do so. KC Shadow says, if you would like, I started promoting a jewelry company. I can give you my promo code and link. I get inundated with that stuff, and um, I generally find it to be kind of suspect, but I've got no time on the docket. Um, and I've said this ad nauseum. You guys are probably sick of hearing it, but my days run about 17 to 18 hours, 7 days a week, and unfortunately, I barely have time for I Bleed Mercury or even anything outside of I Bleed Mercury. But at some point, when I get some time, yeah, I would take a look at that. Roxy Mo says, "Hi, am I late?" Uh, in the scope of the universe, no, nobody's too late. You're here just in time. We still got just under a half hour. And good to see you here, Roxy Mo. Katie says, so just been stressed and feeling down, but this live always cheers me up. Katie, I am so glad that we can lift you up. You lift us up. KC Shadow says, if you want, LOL didn't fit. Uh, Amber Zombie Doll says, well, I think I'm out. Catch you guys later. Amber, I hope you have a fantastic Saturday night. Roxy Mo says, almost October. What? Let's see. This is the last day of September. It's coming soon. Sammy, what's going on, Sammy? Good to see you, my dear. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Jill, Virtual Virgo, says, Psych Thrill is the best. Psych Thrill, is that a movie? Ghostface says, I'll send you some good psychological horrors in your DMs. I would love to see that. Again, owing to the fact that I never have any damn time, it may be a while till I can get to a movie. I hope soon. Ghostface says, your brain can absolutely run with some truly terrifying things uh, if you imply. So yeah, your brain fills in a lot of the gaps and does a lot of the work. I love that. KC Shadow song title "Glow in Your Teeth." I could run with that, but I will I will restrain myself so he doesn't have to restrain me.
Well,
Ikio Nikio Kodagaishi.
Well, no, like my grandpa used to say, if I can't teach you, the world will.
Very true. One way or another.
Yeah.
Alora Wolvenrath. What a awesome handle. Thank you for the follow. KC Shadow says, if you could combine two creatures without consequence, what would you choose and what's the name of the hybrid?
This Casey Shadow has so many interesting questions, like one after the other, one after the other.
Uh-huh.
I was just saying about like they're not really hybrid movies, but they're like movies that split the genres. Let's say
Uh-huh.
like The Crow, right? It's not a zombie flick, although he's technically undead. He's
Uh-huh.
basically he's like the ultimate undead person. This Revenant, like an unstoppable. Until his revenge is satisfied, you ain't stopping this person.
Right.
There's no holy water. There's no silver bullet. There's no nothing. Then, so I was gonna say, I would like to see, a movie, a horror flick done on a Sphinx character,
Oh. Yeah.
or
Yeah, that would be cool.
or the Asian version of that where they have the serpentine women that like have the lake with the snake tail, almost like the Medusan Greek mythology, but they had the Asian own version of it, right? So does that they have multiple arms, something they don't. Um, that I'd like to see. Um, so yeah, but if I were to personally hybrid a creature, sheesh, I don't know if I could do anything that's already not been done. Um, also like to see a movie on a Chimera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my answer. That I'm going to grab at straws for now until I can think of a worthy hybrid. I can't think of one.
Puppies with shark heads.
Yeah.
Ghostface says, my neighbor and I are having a Halloween decor competition. She's not going to win this year. I want to see pictures. Jill says, HBD Travis. Do you know what HBD is?
Something but deadly. I don't know.
Ghost,
I'm guessing. I'm probably way off the mark.
Ghostface says, "Mama is good. I wept at the end, like real tears." Wow. Okay, now that definitely is on my radar. If it can get that kind of reaction. KC Shadow says, "Ostrich and emu, I would choose and call it an oshmu." Kyla Carlton, thank you for the follow. Nosferatu says, "My birthday was on the 26th of September. I turned 55 years old. Happy belated birthday, my friend. I hope you celebrated immensely." Ghostface says, "I've covered iconic songs myself, such as Rebel Yell, great song, Closer, etc. I understand completely what you were talking about."
Yep.
Red 40, who made y'all's music video on YouTube? That was our good friend and part-time videographer, Brett Bateman, who I'm going to be reaching out to in the near future to do another photo shoot. We'll have to organize that, accordingly. But Roxy Mo says, "I owed the Tooth Fairy a lot of money, so he stole my fangs. Anyone know any good places to buy some?" They're going to be in every dime store here in, well, probably already. Yeah, now. DePomshi plays. Kimberly says, "Prepare us for Halloween. I'm doing makeup for tours and parties. Money to go to shelter." That is amazing. You guys doing volunteer work for charity is amazing and inspiring. Kimberly, that's awesome. Casey Shadow says, "Who do you feel could make a phenomenal live action Gargoyles movie based on the animated TV show?"
Oh wow. I don't know that. I caught a couple of those a couple decades back. I want to say.
Maybe Tim Burton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please not.
Michael Bay.
Yeah, Michael Bay.
So right, we got these two gargoyles, right? And then we blow them up. That'd be the extent of the entertainment value of that.
Who did Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill?
Tarantino.
Tarantino, yeah, he should not do a Gargoyles movie.
You walking up on a church and you see one of the freaking gargoyles perched over it, and no, yeah, fuck no.
Nosferatu says, "My favorite vampire movie is the 1922 Nosferatu. I watched that earlier this year. Very creepy movie." Ghostface says, "I really liked Vampires and Blade. I love Blade, even though he's kind of a one-note character, and Vampires by John Carpenter. There were some things Vampires did well, some things I didn't care for. Uh, Music is important, and I didn't care for the music. But it did some things right."
You know what I want to see in a vampire movie? I want to see a bunch of strung out vampires when there isn't any more people to drain. I want to see the
Daybreakers.
I want to see the gutsy motherfucker that makes the movie where these guys are cursing the day they became a vampire because they are starving and in withdrawal so fucking bad they wish they were dead.
Yeah, that would be Daybreakers. Absolutely.
Good
in fact,
God.
some of them do themselves in because of it.
Yeah, I can see why.
Casey Shadow says, "My young one Hazel says they loved your lipstick." Thank you, Hazel. I hope you and your family are having a great Saturday. I'm glad you like the lipstick.
I'm gonna have to look up Daybreakers now because that might be my new favorite vampire movie if I see it.
Yeah, that the English guy who played in Jurassic Park is the main bad vampire in it.
Huh.
Sean, wait,
Sean Bean?
no, I'll look it up real quick.
But the natives are getting restless over here.
Yeah. Ethan Hawke, Willem Dafoe, Sam Neill. All right.
All right.
Ms. Vampire says all vampire movies are my favorite.
reason why I said that about like the Dave Breakers concept is because that seems more realistic to me. It's like it's why I like Logan so much because he was fallible.
Mm-hmm.
He was screwed up psychologically and physically, and so was Professor X. He was a walking massive weapon of mass destruction because he was going senile, and his his mental powers were intact. His control was not.
Right.
So he'd have an episode, and he'd be scrambling 15 people's brains in a casino because he can't find a bathroom.
Yeah.
I love that concept because it's more relatable and real to me
Right.
than the whole polished, you know, vampires don't ever have the upper hand and all that bullshit. It gets a little old.
Right.
You know.
Ghostface clarifies and Aranez Art 1 antagonist. Okay.
Huh.
All right. I get it now. Ms. Vampire says, and all love songs.
Hmm.
Claudia, what's going on, Claudia? It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. She says, hello, Sire and Father D. Missed you guys a lot. Claudia, I've missed you too. I hope you're doing amazing. I'm glad you were able to make it in this Saturday. Kimberly, DePomshi Place, thank you for the hearts. Ghostface says, art because I'm an artist. LOL. Ms. Vampire says, that's good. All art is good art. I don't share that sentiment. I think art that is maybe not great, but was created with the intention of creating great art, that's a good start. It takes years, sometimes decades, to perfect. So I want to temper my criticism.
And then there's guys like me that are so clueless they cannot get. And we're talking like physical, like regular on a canvas art, let's say. I'm clueless with that type of art. But the whole Jackson Pollock phenomenon,
Mm-hmm.
the dude dunked paintbrushes, like these wide brim paintbrushes, this fucking wide, that long, with the wood handles, right? Not the happy little cloud white guy with the afro. What's his name? Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
He didn't do the whole little, detail. He grabbed these, dunked them in there, and just ran across a canvas that was about the size of half a floor, and went and drizzled color willy nilly over. And people were like, "Oh my god, he's a genius."
Yeah, that's
and
ridiculous.
And I'm like, what the fuck? My brain must be really small because you snobs that get it can't explain it to me.
Well, they're just pretending.
But I don't know. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just trying to express my bewilderment at how that that evolution happens from flipping paint like that to it being worth multiple millions as a genius because he flung paint in just the right way.
Right.
I'm not doubting that there's probably an art form to it, but I don't know if it's worth all that. I just have to say that
I agree.
I don't get it.
Ghostface says, I've got Nightbreed on right now. That is a classic horror from the 80s. I just saw something online about that. That's a strange coincidence. Roxy Mo says, hybrid, siren and a succubus.
Ooh, are they really hybrids though? Just saying. They both lure men to their deaths. Just saying.
Irish Gypsy, can I see your teeth? Can ya? Perhaps one day in person? I'm kidding. KC Shadow says LMBFAO with blow them up. I agree. No, he should not make gargoyles. Michael Bay.
Michael Bay, yeah.
Ghostface says, I hate it when I get phone calls when I'm trying to watch I Bleed Mercury. I make sure I put my phone on Do Not Disturb because otherwise, yeah, my phone would be getting blown up. Ghostface concurs, says Daybreakers.
Cool.
Alicia says, hi from Norway. Welcome,
Hello.
Alicia. That is awesome. Norway in the house. Alicia, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Ms. Vampire says hi. Casey Shadow says DC Comics should make a Dead Man movie. Also, want to see Rob Zombie make a gory hero movie.
Huh. Interesting suggestions.
Ghostface says, I have no comment about that form of art.
Oh, got it.
It sounds like we're all on the same page.
Yeah, and maybe I just haven't done enough research, but I've yet to find someone who can
Explain
show
it.
me the light. Yeah,
I
on
don't
why,
think that
on,
you're
you know,
being very charitable.
I try to steer clear of
No, fuck him.
no being a anti-snob,
Uh-huh.
if it's possible. You know, I try and see everybody's point of view, even if it's very very agonizingly selective like that. I will have a hard time harmonizing that personality. I do try.
Nothing wrong with being kind and charitable and not being snobby, balancing that with honesty, and I can only pretend so far.
I guess I'll have to reference an experience I had with a work acquaintance of mine. this was this is about 10 years ago, and he fancied himself an intellectual, and most of the conversations we had were in that vein, I guess you could call it. I mean, I don't consider myself an intelligent man by other than just the average, because there's always that compared to what, you know what I mean? Compared to Einstein, I'm sure I'm a moron. Uh, uh, but I like to try and explore ideas with another person, and this guy um, sought me out at work to have those conversations with, so I would try and keep up with whatever he was talking about.
Uh-huh.
And he only sat a desk away from me, and he was he was he was eavesdropping on a conversation, and I was eavesdropping on him eavesdropping on having conversation, right? So follow me here. And these two people were having a conversation, and I can't remember what they were arguing about, but one of them was like explaining to death something to him in a very condescending way, and so this colleague of mine says, hey, knock it off, quit being so pedantic. And I looked at him and I said, hey man, the use of the word pedantic is pedantic, you fuckhead. And he didn't have anything to say. So my attempt to be balanced there and turn the other cheek failed, because he was being so snobberific.
Yeah.
With that person, I decided to try and step in. I don't know why I did that. I try to not do that these days, but I sometimes just can't resist. So.
Internal Chaos says, howdy guys, here's to another day not hung over. Congratulations, Internal Chaos.
Good job.
Why is it internal? Why not let it out?
That's a good non-hangover preventer as well, is letting it out in the first place.
Right.
Before it builds up.
Indeed.
Because that'll give you hangover too, holding that shit in.
Fuck yeah. A bad one.
Right.
Profoundly.
In the form of a stroke one
yeah.
day.
Extremely ungood. Bat Anonymous says, just had an artistic vision out of nowhere, black and blue roses, skull bats. I
cool.
think there may be another work of art for you on the horizon.
Yeah.
Rocky 33, what are you dressing up as for Halloween?
Ta-da!
Ta-da, TDAH, tall, dark, and handsome. Jessica, is it Anon? What are you doing? Are you an actor? That is a good question, Jessica. It looks like you're here for the first time. My name is DL. I am the guitar player and vocalist for a vampy cyber metal band, I Bleed Mercury, out of Salt Lake City. Next to me is my partner in crime, dearest of friends of many years now, our drummer, and so much more than that. You may give your confession to Father Demori. We live stream here on TikTok every Saturday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You got us for 2 hours. This is just a place to hang out with like-minded souls, have a good time, share a few laughs, a few smiles, positivity, and gear up and regain the soul-sapping energy of the week and get ready for the week ahead. It's just a positive place for people to hang out and have a good time. Alicia, thank you so much for the roses. If you're into bands and artists like Manson, Nine Inch Nails, Static X, Rammstein, Sisters of Mercy, Gary Newman, Rob Zombie, and a dash of David Bowie, you will love I Bleed Mercury. You can check us out on all streaming platforms. Corrupted Heart Spooky Fam says Dark Prince. Is she referring to us? You? I?
I don't know. Don't know.
Corrupt Heart, please give context. I don't want to be
Welcome to the life.
welcome. Yes, I don't want to be presumptuous. So Ghostface says, I mean, I can also throw paint around, but that's not impressive to me. LOL.
You know, okay. I'll just say it like this. I would be willing to bet that I could take one of these people who love or claim to love Mr. Pollock's work, grab a couple paintbrushes in a weekend, do my thing, and go, you got to and set it up so we're like there's this showing somewhere. Maybe I have a buddy that runs a museum and fake it like it's this new Jackson Pollock finding that he's found it in his early years, you know, and have them all talk. God, look at the detail. Look at the nuances in it. But like I made that, you idiot.
5
It's
minutes
me.
ago.
And I'm sure I fucked it up. So cut it out, will you? I bet you money it would go down like that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Alicia, thank you for the hearts. Much appreciated. Sweet Butterfly Kisses. Welcome back, my dear. She says, hello, good evening. Sweet Butterfly Kisses, I hope you're having an awesome weekend. I'm glad you could make it in. Jessica says, people live how they want. It's better to be evil than good, unfortunately. Well, it can be in the short term profitable, but in the long term, you'll probably pay a heavy price for it. Those are loaded words anyway.
I bet. Well, listen to the way that she worded it. I kind of like the balance in it. People live how they want. It's better to be evil than good, unfortunately. I love how both takes are balancing out the evil part. Better evil.
Yeah.
Unfortunately evil.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah. I think to simplify it, it comes down to what do you really want and what price are you really willing to pay for it. Both can be had, and both come with a price.
When you
choose your wishes.
Yeah. When you back a human being into a corner to where only their survival lizard brain is functioning, you will only get a select few responses to stimuli.
That's right.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah. KC Shadow says Spider One and Rob Zombie. I would love to see them make a song together. Curious what they create.
Ooh. Absolutely. And if she's talking about Spider from Power Man 5.
Right.
I'm assuming. So yeah, Spider is one of the vocalists that I have always loved.
Very underrated, I think.
Yes.
He doesn't really get a lot of credit for being a killer vocalist, but he is.
Yes.
CJ says, hey man, how are you? CJ, what's going on, my friend? I am doing fantastic. I hope you're having an awesome weekend. Glad you can make it in. Alicia, thank you for the roses. KC Shadow says, if a professional wrestler asked you to use a song of yours for a theme, how would you both react?
I think we'd probably be pleased with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the two that we're working on piecemeal, you know, when we get the time, I think would be appropriate.
Yeah. Especially if he had like a cybernetic shtick to his look.
For sure.
Perfect.
Yeah. Pistons primed for one deed.
Yep.
What a fucking brilliant line, you fucker.
Oh, sorry. Well, you asked me to rewrite it, so I did.
I asked your mom to rewrite it.
Oh.
May need some. We'll have to work together to maybe polish certain words based on my ability to deliver.
We can massage them with the lyrics if we need to.
CJ, I'm good, man. Finally got a new job. Just waiting for news that you're coming to the UK. First round's on me.
Congratulations on the new job. What is it? If you feel like saying, if you like sharing, just kind of encouraging the good on you to get back in the job.
I know we very much want to go to the UK. We got to get some music out first, and at the appropriate time, I could only speculate. It would just be pure speculation. In the best of situations, maybe sometime late next year, but that's outrageous speculation. We want to do it, but first things first, we got to get more music out.
I know the answer to Casey Shadow's next question here. Which wrestler would you love to see use a song of yours if possible? First knee-jerk reaction for me is Undertaker.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know, without a doubt.
yeah.
Sting would be another good one.
Sting, yeah.
Um,
Didn't I think Undertaker came back for one more match, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I don't know. I haven't followed professional wrestling in a while, so I'm probably missing a couple of newer, easier, better answers. But those are my knee-jerk ones right out the gate.
Sheila says, hope you have a great rest of the week. Sheila, thank you so much for dropping by and being part of the live stream again, and I hope you have a fantastic and beautiful week yourself, my dear. Sad emo girl, hey, she says, what's going on, sad emo girl? I hope you are not sad today. It is a pleasure to have you here again with us. I hope you're having an awesome Saturday. Alicia says, had to listen to your music. Love it. Excellent, Alicia. We've got a lot more on the way. Which song did you hear? I'm curious. CJ says, I'm doing drywall, laborer right now, and hoping to open a rock metal bar in my town.
That's awesome.
That is very cool. If you're comfortable telling us the town, I would love to know.
You know, Batman says when he says Undertaker retired. I kind of knew that when I said
Yeah.
it. Probably all the wrestlers that I would want are past their prime already.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm a bad guy to ask, but I tried.
I knew he retired, but I thought he came back for one more match. KC Shadow says, do you watch AEW?
Obviously, I
No.
don't a lot of it because a couple of years ago I did have a little exposure to it, but
I don't get a chance to watch much, unfortunately. Sad emo girl says, I'm not sad, I'm happy. Good.
cool.
I am glad. I truly am glad. Priscilla Tarpley, welcome to the live stream. Casey Shadow says, All Elite Wrestling. Okay. They have a YouTube page. Sting is there managing Darby's Wicked Sick.
Oh, cool. Well, we have 1 minute left. So.
All right, guys. I think that about does it for us. Casey Shadow, Alicia, Ghostface, CJ, Tej, Onyx Raven, Bat Anonymous, Simon, Amber, Onyx Raven, Rochelle, Mama Christie. Who am I forgetting? I don't want to forget anybody. Sad Emo Girl, DePomshi Place, a.k.a. Kimberly, Charlotte. All of you.
Simon Zombie Doll. Christy
mentioned all them. Alicia says, listen to Resist and Born to be Mild. Listen, my friends.
That's a pretty killer mutation.
We absolutely love and adore all of you wonderful people. We will be back next Saturday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thank you all so much for the love and support. We could not do this without you. We are currently working on new music. We hope to have the next song out by the end of this fall. And you guys make this worth doing. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. We will see you next week. Bye-bye. All right, YouTube, that does it for us, my friends. You all have a wonderful week.